Welcome! In this video, you will learn how to set up a new Slido at your next event or presentation. We'll cover how to create your first event and manage Slido as an admin. Then, we'll go through the technical setup and how to communicate Slido at your event. Finally, we'll talk about some advanced settings. So, let's get started. If you already have an account, just click Admin, log in with your credentials, and create your event. Just type in the name of your event, click Edit Details, and select an event code that your participants will use to join the conversation. Now let's take a look at Slido main feature, Interactive Questions. Slido allows you to crowdsource the best questions from your audience. Your participants can easily send questions via their mobile devices without installing any apps. Just ask them to open their mobile browsers, go to slido.com, and enter the event code. Submitted questions can be easily moderated from your Slido admin. With our paid plans, you can turn the moderation on and filter questions before they go live. All incoming questions will appear on the left side to be reviewed. You can easily approve a question or dismiss it. You can also edit the question if needed. Just click the triple dot, edit the question, and save the changes. We recommend approving questions as they come in. All approved questions will be automatically displayed on the presentation screen, as well as on the participants' devices, where they can vote for their favorite ones. In the admin, you can see the list of all approved questions on the right side. When a speaker is answering a question, you can highlight it to make the question more visible on the presentation screen and make it easier for your participants to follow the discussion. Once it is answered, simply hide it by clicking the Archive button, so only unanswered questions will remain displayed. When you finish the Q&A, we recommend archiving all the remaining questions to start each session afresh. All questions are automatically stored in the event archive, where you can easily export them as an Excel file. Live polling is a great way to engage your audience and vary the dynamics of your event. Creating a new poll takes just a few seconds. Go to the Polls tab, click Create a new poll, and select the type. Enter your question, and add options. With multiple choice polls like this one, you can tick the box if you want to allow your participants to select more than one option. If you need, you can also limit the maximum number of answers. You can activate the poll by clicking the Play button. The poll will be automatically displayed on the presentation screen, as well as on the participants' devices, who can now send their votes. The results will update in real time as the votes are coming in. Once the voting is finished, simply deactivate the poll or move on to the next one. You can select from 3 different types of polls. We've covered multiple choice. Now let's take a look at open text polls. They were great for crowdsourcing ideas and longer answers from your audience. Here again, enter your question, save it, and activate the poll. Your participants can formulate their thoughts and send them as free text without being restricted by predefined answers. You can also convert open text polls into word clouds. Word clouds work really well with one-word terms, as the most frequent expressions get bigger on screen. Finally, you can use star polls to collect the rating feedback. Just type your question and set the value. if you need to run the poll without showing the results, for instance for appointing a winner in a pitch competition, click the bars icon before activating the poll. You can see the number of people vote, but the results don't show on screen yet. To reveal the results, simply click Show Results, and only then the results will appear on screen. It is also possible to launch several polls at once by creating a survey. Create a new poll, or click Edit next to the existing one, and then create a survey. Add additional questions, and save your survey. When you activate the poll, participants will be able to answer all the polls at once. Then, you can display the results one by one on the presentation screen. Before we move on, I'm going to show you one more trick with polls. If you are running polls at various sessions throughout your event, you can easily organize them into folders by assigning name, date, and time to keep track of them. You can simply drag and drop additional polls into the right folders. Finally, you can find the overview of the poll results in the All Results tab. Here, you can export the stats as a PDF or Excel file. In the previous parts, we talked about how to create your first event and manage Slido. Now we'll talk about the technical requirements and the on-site setup. The technical setup is different for events with AV support from that for solo presenters with a single computer. We'll start with the events and cover solo presenters in a minute. To run Slido at your event, you will need a laptop or tablet to manage Slido as an admin, a laptop from which you will display the present view with the top questions and polls, and a tablet for the event moderator to review and read the questions. An important reminder here, since Slido is a web-based tool, make sure you have a stable internet connection on every device. Let's start with the first device for an admin. This one is easy. Once you are at your event, go to slido.com, click Admin, select an event, and you're in the admin view where you are able to manage questions and polls. We now move to the next one. You can display the present view with the top audience questions and polls from any Windows or Mac computer. The first step is to connect your laptop to a projector or TV. The second step is to go to slido.com, enter the event code of your event, click on the menu icon in the top left corner, go down and click Present Mode. Use a shortcut to go full screen. For Mac, it's Command-Shift-F. For Windows computers, it's F11. And then just use an admin device to moderate, highlight, or archive questions, and also use this device to activate the polls. The last device that you need to set up is for your moderators. We recommend providing your moderator or chair with an iPad so they can review and read the approved questions for the onstage discussions. To set it up for them, just open a browser on a tablet or their smartphone if you don't have a spare device for them. The second step is go to slido.com and enter the event code. And that's it. They will be able to see the list of approved questions sorted based on the popularity. Now, let's talk about how to use Slido if you are a solo presenter or you have only one computer in your room, which often happens with breakouts. So if you have a single laptop, To run both Slido and your presentations, you can use our Mac or Windows switcher that will allow you to display Slido polls or questions remotely using your phone or another computer. You can download the switcher from our home page. Just scroll down to the bottom and click Switcher. Download and launch the switcher. Sign in and let the switcher run in the background. Then start your presentation as usual. When you want to display Slido polls and questions, just use your smartphone as a remote control. We have covered the technical side of using Slido at your event. We'll now take a look at how to effectively communicate it to your audience, which is equally important. The way you introduce Slido will play a critical role in how well it will be adopted by your audience. If you are a solo presenter, make sure to introduce Slido properly at the start of your presentation and get the audience on board with a quick warm-up poll. For events and conferences, led by moderators or chairs, it is a good practice to have a briefing call before your event and make sure that you cover how Slido works, how to introduce it, and where they will be able to see the incoming questions, either on a tablet or confidence monitor or on screen. Agreeing with your moderator on introducing Slido at the start of the first session, into which you plan to incorporate the tool, is absolutely crucial for its successful adoption. You can use the following script to introduce Slido at your event. At this event, we want to make sure that we address your most burning questions. Therefore, we'll be using a simple audience interaction platform called Slido. Slido allows you to submit your questions as well as upvote the questions of other participants. Throughout the event, you will also be able to express your opinion by voting on live polls. It is really easy to join. Please take out your smartphones and open any web browser. Go to slido.com and enter the event code, and you say the event code of your event. While you or your moderator introduces Slido, it is a good practice to display the Slido present view with the instructions on screen to make joining easier for your delegates. A quick pro tip here: to boost the adoption, run a warm-up poll as part of your introduction. The participants will engage with the content as well as get familiar with the app in the process. To share some popular examples, you can ask your participants, why did you decide to join this event today? And reveal participants' motives to attend your event. What is your position, to find out who is actually sitting in the room? Or finally, just to warm them up and demonstrate how live polls work, you can just ask, what's your favorite morning drink? In the very last part of this video, we'll look at the advanced settings and how to use them to customize the Slido event for your needs. Let's start with privacy settings. You can set 3 different levels of privacy for your Slido event. With public, your event will be visible in search results and anyone will be able to access it at any time. If you choose hidden, your event will not appear in search results and only participants with the exact code will be able to join during the dates of your event. The private level gives you the highest level of privacy control. In addition to hiding your event from the search results, you can also control who can access your event with an extra passcode, or you can require a name from a person when he or she wants to submit a question. Many events consist of the breakout sessions that run simultaneously. If it's your case, here's where you can set Slido in a way so you can use it in multiple rooms. In the settings window, click multiple rooms and simply create new rooms. We recommend using the same names as the names of the physical rooms at the venue. The participants will be able to select a room from the menu once they join the event. If there are no active sessions in a particular room, you can easily turn it off. It will automatically disappear from the participants' devices. Just don't forget to turn it on when the room hosts another session. To display the questions and polls for the particular room, go to the Present View screen and select the room in the top right corner. The same goes for managing Slido in the admin. Just make sure that you select the right room. In the settings, you can also customize the look of the present view and set the event branding. Go to the settings and select Customize. In the Branding tab, you can upload your event logo as well as the logos of your partners. Navigate to the Present Mode tab to select the color theme of the present view and just save the new settings. If you go to the present view, you will see the new look of your Slido screen. During your event or presentation, Slido helps you to capture lots of interaction data that you can turn into valuable insights. In the Analytics tab, you can see a comprehensive overview of the interaction from your event, starting with the total number of active users, the number of submitted questions, the anonymous rate, or the total of sent poll votes. You can see the most popular questions and the most frequent keywords in the form of a word cloud. Here, you can also find a list of the most active users based on the number of questions that they submitted and the likes the questions received. At the bottom, you can review the poll results. Finally, you can export the data as a PDF summary report or individual parts as Excel files and share them with your team. If you don't want to keep these insights only to yourself, you can share them in the form of a beautiful infographic with your audience either via an attached link or social media. And that's about it. Now you are familiar with the essentials that will help you use Slido at your next event successfully. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us via live chat or at support@slido.com. And don't forget, the tool is only as powerful as the way it's used to improve the experience for participants. Thank you for watching and have a great event.